Hello friends, it's Brandy with Confessions of a Paper Addict, and today I am working with a cut file that is new to September called Mother Nature. I had two pieces of this pattern paper from Scrabble in my stash, and I wanted to go ahead and get them used up. So I cut the cut file out of one piece, and I'm using one side, and I'm going to back it with the other side of that. Now, I've decided not really to back the cut file at all. I'm just using the other piece of paper as my background piece. I am going to end up adding some flowers that I die cut on top of those flowers, but honestly, it was more about the colors for me. I couldn't find a way to back this that I guess lent the same level of sophistication, I suppose, to the color scheme that's happening. So I just decided not to back it at all. And I really love the way that turns out. I like that effect. I've chosen not to back cut files before, but usually they're just not, the cut file itself isn't conducive to being backed, or it just isn't one that required it. I guess maybe required is the wrong word because nothing requires anything, right? We can do whatever we want. And in this case, I just thought it was pretty not to. So I didn't. Now I've pulled a coordinating piece of paper from some scraps that I had and cut these flowers out, and you saw me kind of bunch those up, and I put one of them together and did the other two off camera. And I believe here they're already glued down to my page. So I'm pulling in my title, which I knew was going to be long, so I looked for small alphas, and I went with these navy blue ones, so I had to go and kind of search for other navy blue accents, I suppose. I needed some more navy somewhere in the layout. These are also some pieces right here from an old Hip Kit Club. The two little tags I tucked on the top right of that flower, and the one that I'm working on there on the left of the other flower. And I think this also came out of there. So these are my three navy elements, and I don't believe I bring in any other navy into this layout. So now I just went through my drawers and I started grabbing stuff that I thought worked well together. These flare pieces are some old American crafts from a wedding collection that they had years and years ago. I know that you guys are going to be so glad when I get all of this old stuff used up. And I'm working on it. I'm trying so hard. I'll be glad when I get it used up. I'm really focused on it. I'm really, really focused on it. But I play around just a little bit with how I want them to go. And right here, I realize that there is a gap between those two flowers on the left that is driving me bonkers. But I try to ignore it and I move on. So one thing that I'm doing here in this video that I don't normally do is just, this is pretty much my process. I didn't really cut out the thinking about it part. I went ahead and left all of that in because I do a lot of moving around and a lot of back and forth, and I'm showing that to you guys, and I still managed to make this video under 6 minutes. Now there I go ahead and move that one flower. I had to tear it up just a little bit underneath, but I knew that it would all get covered up. And this piece right here, oh my gosh, Daisy D's, I think, these cardstock stickers, they're calling them. And, but they're kind of thin. They're not, yeah, they're kind of a little bit thin. I have every intention of journaling on that piece that I just put underneath my photo, but I wasn't even thinking about it before I took my photos, so you're not going to see them in the afters either. And I'm just going to put the date and the place where we're at in this photo. So here I'm trying to decide what color dots I want to sprinkle around my layout, and I end up choosing these Nuvo crystal dots in seashell pink, and that is probably my favorite color. This particular color, I love it so much. Don't forget to check out Confessions of a Paper Addict also. I know that there's so much there in that shop that you're gonna find something surely that you fall in love with. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Have a lovely crafty day. Bye bye.